When I was in college, I moved in with my grandmother, and we became the best of friends. And I could actually go to her with everything, give her all of my confidence. But also as a college student, I didn't want to go to church myself. And as a college student, my grandmother expected me to drive her to church. So I did. On Sunday mornings, I would get up, drive her to church, come back home, and then afterwards I would drive back to church to pick her up and come back home. And after a while, that got to be a little bothersome to me, and I decided I would just go and sit in church with her and wait for her. But while I was there, I listened to her pastor giving his sermon, and he was talking about some things I had just told my grandmother about, some challenges I was facing. And I just assumed that my grandmother had told him what I said. And I became very angry with her, and I wouldn't tell her anything else. The next week I went back to church with her again, and once again the pastor spoke to me about things that were going on in my life. And there was no way that my grandmother told him that. Third week it happened again. At that point I said, I need to go to my own church because she wasn't Catholic. So I went to my parish and I listened to my priest, who once again was talking to me about the things that were going on in my life, giving me the answers that I needed. It was as if Jesus had given me a personal invitation to come back home. But that wasn't enough. After that time, I started questioning my Catholic faith. I mean, why couldn't I just go to a different church? Why couldn't I just go to my grandmother's church? But every time I questioned any of the practices or traditions that held true in the Catholic Church, I saw all the more reason why I should be doing those things. It brought me right back home to my Catholic faith. So you see, I never had to experience my grandmother breaking my confidence, not at all. But I did get to hear the answers from Jesus that I needed. I did get to see that the church has answers to me for all of my questions. And I know that very often people don't want to question God. They don't want to question, does God exist? Does God answer any questions that I have? And the truth of the matter is, He answers them. He'll answer you if you ask Him. Sometimes it just means you have to sit quietly for a while to allow yourself to hear what God has to say to you. And know that you can hear answers from just anywhere. God will talk to you through other people. He'll talk to you through the sermons. We just have to be quiet and listen.